Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy Saturday. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. This month's compilation video is all to do with how to reverse age your neck. Now, neck videos on my channel getting well over 1 million views. Not surprised, neck is a big area of concern for a lot of people. So what I've done is take the best videos, pieces of the best videos, the best advice, and put them together in this compilation video so you don't have to go searching the channel, going and looking for a bunch of videos to help you get a much younger looking neck, because this compilation video is going to be everything you need. Any products that I mention in this video, any other videos I reference in this video will be down below in the video description box. I will also add chapters so you can skip around, come back to the parts of the video that you find most helpful to you. And with that said, let's jump right in. If you've been looking for a way to address neck skin aging, like saggy textured skin and those pesky horizontal and vertical lines that nothing seems to help, this ancient oil blend may very well be your answer. If we look back in very ancient times when caring for the skin became more commonplace, like ancient Egypt and ancient Greece, one cannot help but notice that every statue, every piece of artwork shows both skin and body beauty. We don't find a wrinkly, saggy anything. Now, the use of highly prized oils in the care of the skin is not a big secret. Even frankincense, one of the most beneficial anti-aging oil extracts, was once worth more than gold. And with a very good reason. These oils, they work. Now, we've talked about the holistic healing power of skincare oils versus commercial products several different times here on the channel, and many of you found that they work exceptionally well, especially if you have sensitive skin, you don't have a big skincare budget, and you really just would like to try something more holistic and natural for taking care of your skin. These type of videos are very exciting for me because they're my roots. I got my start in holistic health and holistic skincare because I had such bad acne that I ended up curing myself. Story for another time. But to me, anytime we can use something that's all natural and proven, and it doesn't get much more proven than 3,000 or 4,000 years, I'm all for it. I have seen and experienced for myself firsthand how well holistic treatments can work for skin and body. So let's talk about what specific type of oils I'm talking about that are exceptionally good for helping to reverse age and improve the skin on the neck and upper chest. And there are a few of them: rice bran oil, black gram oil, frankincense oil, which is actually an extract made into an oil, and an oil called neroli, all work together to really help enhance your skin's cellular turnover rate, something we really need, but it's hard to do on the neck because that skin is thin and very sensitive, and something that can super hydrate those skin cells on the surface layer and also be able to help your skin increase its collagen production, thereby giving you a more hydrated, more elastic, more plump, and youthful looking neck and chest. And because I just entered my 6th decade, 60 years old, I am all about anything that's going to super hydrate and make my neck and chest area look fantastic. Now, while all these oils are absolutely phenomenal and they work very well, the difficulty comes in knowing how to use them, how much of them you need to use, when you need to use them, all of that. And it's quite common for folks to buy one type of oil or another to treat certain issues on the skin. But there are a few natural oil brands out there that do the work for you and make this a much easier process than measuring out the oil, finding a carrier oil to mix it with, and knowing how to do all of that. The product I've been using myself with a lot of success and been recommending is an Ayurvedic formula that contains frankincense oil, black ram oil, rice bran oil, and neroli, along with 10 other essential skin botanical extracts called Yavari Amplified Youth Spring Serum. Now, I've reviewed this in full here on the channel before, but I wanted to talk about it today specifically for the areas of the neck, skin, and chest because of the super hydrating power that this particular oil blend has. Now, this brand did not sponsor this video today. This is a product that I bought myself and I've been using and I've recommended several times for several different skin conditions. But when it comes to the area of the neck, a lot of folks have a lot of trouble with certain types of ingredients in skincare products because they can be irritating, namely retinoids. And while retinoids are absolutely fabulous for our skin, I recommend them and I use tretinoin myself for my face, they can be very irritating because the skin on our neck is thin, it tends to be dry as we get older, and it's easily irritated. And as I've said before, the absolute key to having good looking skin on the neck and chest, tighter, even textured, bouncier, glowier, youthful looking skin, has everything to do with moisture, and trapping even more moisture in your skin. The great thing about these natural oil products is they actually do that. They cap off your skin and protect it from the outside environment, all the while holding that moisture in, which has super skin regenerative effects. Now we'll put a link down below, as I always do in the video description, where you can find this oil, read all about it, and decide if it's something you want to try for yourself. But let's talk about how to use these oils, because it's very important that they're used properly. First, if you're going to use this type of oil without other skincare products, it needs to be applied directly after cleansing so that the skin is still somewhat moist, but clean and fresh. It's going to make the oil absorb much more fully, not leaving a greasy feel, but a more hydrated feel, just as if you'd used a moisturizer. Now, the good news about this particular oil is you can add it to your moisturizer as a last step. So you can still do all of the things you're doing in your skincare routine and perhaps should be doing, like spot treatments, skincare acids for hyperpigmentation, and even retinoids like tretinoin. This is a great product to apply last. You just take a few drops of this oil. It's very light. Massage it into your fingers and then sweep it up into the skin of your neck and your upper chest. The oil actually becomes a little bit warm as it's absorbed into the skin. That's an effect of the frankincense. And of course, any excess oil on your fingers is great to be massaged into other areas of your skin, like your hands and the tops of your arms. And while we're at it, this oil is great to use in any areas that you need to treat your skin: your feet, your elbows, tops of your arms, your hands. It's not just limited to the neck area, but this particular formulation with those 4 oils can make a fantastic difference in how your neck and chest look the very first time you use it. So if you're having to be using a really high-end, expensive neck cream, this could even boost the effects of that. And the other great news is that this product is not expensive. It lasts a long time because such a little bit of it goes such a long way. It's completely natural, vegan, cruelty-free, and it doesn't have any sort of metals or additives or chemicals. It is a 100% natural product. Of the 3 areas that show the signs of aging the most, neck, face, and hands, the neck will get you every time. And chances are you've really taken a decent amount of time and effort to take care of the skin on your face and maybe even the backs of your hands, while practically forgetting altogether about the neck and upper chest. I know, it's something that's very, very common. But our necks go through the same wear and tear as the rest of our skin. So today I'm going to be sharing how to reverse the 5 major signs of skin aging on the neck, something that I practice every day to keep this 60-year-old neck looking good. So let's talk about big reason number 1, and it's an easy one to understand. It's gravity. Unfortunately, from the moment we are splat onto the earth, gravity begins pulling and tugging at our skin. And because we are hominids that walk upright, like all structures, our skin is constantly pulled downward. The second big culprit is the accumulation of sun exposure and sun damage in the upper and middle layers of your skin that happen as we move through the years. Add to that genetics and hormonal changes, and just the fact that as we get older, our skin produces less and less collagen. The deck for wearing a turtleneck is stacked against us. The good news is there are plenty of effective ways to reverse many of the signs of skin aging on the area of the neck. The first one, perhaps the most simplest, but the one that's missed most often, is to make sure that you are protecting your skin on your neck and any area that's exposed from UVA, UVB light. Over the years, that damage, as I said, accumulates and begins to break down the elastin fibers in skin. It also destroys collagen cells, bringing about those dark patches, age spots, and enhancing the look of those lines, both vertically and horizontally, that naturally occur as we get older. Which leads to the first major sign of skin aging on the area of the neck and chest: brown spots, patches, and that sort of mottled look where melanin production on the skin is very uneven. One of the easy fixes for this to slow the progression of this problem is to make sure you're applying sunscreen, or at least moisturizer that contains sunscreen SPF 30 or higher, to the area of the neck and chest consistently. If you're going to be out in the sun, you're going to need to reapply it more often. It is amazing the amount of accumulated sun damage that happens over the years to the skin. Take driving a car, for instance, where one side of your body is exposed to the sun on a regular basis. You're going to naturally have more signs of sun damage on that side than the other side. I have that same sort of delineation between my left side, which was exposed to the outside of the car, to the right side, which was protected on the inside of the car, even though I have been extremely consistent using sunscreen since I was in my 20s. We often say the real test to see how much sun damage your skin has accumulated is to look at your butt, because that's usually not exposed to very much sun, if any, compared to the rest of your body, the exposed parts that are on a regular basis. So sunscreen, a super important tool, not just in this first major sign of skin aging, but as we move through the other four, you're going to find that sunscreen plays a role in all of them. And of course, I have my favorites and my recommendations on sunscreens. I'll put a link down below in the video description box for that and the other things we talk about today, so you can check those out when we're done. The other thing you can do to help beef up your body's and skin's defenses all over against damage from the sun, or to beef up your intake or make sure you're getting enough omega-3 and 6 fatty acids in your diet. You can do that through nuts and to avocados and cold water fish, or as I said, supplements. But many scientific studies show that people who have omega-3s in their diet on a routine and regular basis show less accumulated damage from exposure to sunlight, regardless of whether they wore sunscreen or not. And then there is major sign of skin aging on the neck, number 2, poikiloderma, which is actually crepey textured skin with redness from broken capillaries and even that mottled sun red and white spotted look. And crepey skin on the neck, one of the most common signs of skin aging, that's going to respond extremely well to the use of a good sunscreen and a moisturizing neck cream that contains collagen stimulating ingredients like peptides, retinol, and growth factors. And really, there are a great number of brands with wonderful formulations that contain all of these ingredients, helping to improve textured, crepey skin, again, with all that redness and those broken capillaries, and can actually make your skin look much younger and much smoother. So sign number 3, folds and wrinkles. Now, a lot of us genetically have lines and creases in our neck. Infants, newborns even, have those creases already in their neck. And they're part of your skin structure and design because we move our necks and heads a lot, up and down, right and left. Not to mention, today we have devices that we're looking down at all the time, throwing that blue light back on our skin, which can be just as damaging as sunlight, and putting 50 extra pounds of pressure on the skin around your neck. So the way to address that is to train yourself to look at your devices eye level. It's not as hard as it sounds. In fact, I've had to do that myself. And I was just in California waiting on a flight, and I noticed in the airport, a lot of people are already starting to train themselves to look this way at devices. So obviously the word is getting out, tech neck is a real thing. Which leads us to sign number 4, prominent vertical bands or platysmal bands that start to show up as we get older. Again, we lose some collagen, we even lose some fat in our necks, and there's a tendency for those vertical muscles to begin to bow out. Unfortunately, for a lot of us, those prominent bands are genetic and you can't really get rid of them all the way either. But there are some things you can do without having to have a surgical neck lift to make them look better. And one is to get Botox treatments along those muscles to help relax them so that they can sink back under the skin and are much less noticeable that way. And I saved the one you all hate the most for last, sign number 5, loose sagging skin on the jaw, under the chin, the neck, and the upper chest. For many of us, as we get older, collagen and elastin begins to break down under the skin. We also tend to lose some bone mass in our jaw, which can lead to sagging skin on the jaw and just under the chin. Add to that accumulated sun damage, and you have a recipe for very loose, thin, crepey skin on the neck. So we've talked about applying sunscreen, and we've talked about neck creams that moisturize and help rebuild collagen and strengthen elastin fibers. And truly, when it comes to neck skin, hydration, extremely important. But here's where I tell you what my secret is to keeping my neck looking this way. And it is doing a series of facial and neck yoga exercises that I learned from my grandmother that I've been doing since I was about 21. In fact, one of the most popular videos on my channel is that how to lift your neck, chin, and jaw yoga exercise video, which I will put a link to in the video description box so you can watch the whole thing. But it's based on the principle of keeping these muscles from shrinking and getting weaker as we get older. So just like you would work any other muscle to strengthen it and build it up, these facial yoga exercises absolutely work. Not to mention that they cost you nothing except some time. Now, of course, there are in-office procedures like fractionated lasers and a good old-fashioned surgical neck lift, not to be left out of the equation. For some folks, that is what is necessary. So if you're reversing the look of aging on your neck and chest and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere, an in-office visit is totally appropriate with a professional because they're going to be able to help you determine what technique, what treatment, or what actual surgery you would need to improve the entire neck and chest area. All I'll say about that is check references and make sure that you are using a board-certified dermatologist or plastic surgeon so that you have the best chance for the best results. Now, I hope you guys found this video today on reversing the 5 major signs of neck aging helpful. If you did, please like it, share it out, let me know in the comments below. I will put links down below in the video description box for products that are recommended for the steps that we talked about today, along with the link to that facial yoga video. Today, very excited to share a product with you guys that can really help instantly improve the way the skin on your upper chest, your neck, the back of your neck looks, especially if it's from sun damage. So if you have crinkly, thinning, crepey type of skin, maybe you have a lot of age spots, or what we call a mottled look, which is different shades and patches of skin color across the skin. Always a product of sun damage. And the product I'm reviewing today is by Beauty Pie. It's called Uber Youth. It's a neck and chest super lift serum spray. So it has ingredients that you would find in some of the finest creams. That's made in Switzerland. Now, this is not a sponsored video. This is a product that I purchased myself to test out because I heard from several of you that it looked like a great product to check out. And you were right. The ingredients, again, just amazing. But they've made it a serum spray, which makes treating those aging areas of the upper chest and neck so super stupid simple. It really surprised me. Now, what didn't surprise me, because Beauty Pie is a really good brand, are the type of ingredients that they included in this serum and how they work. And it is those ingredients that are able to provide that instant lift and tightening to neck and chest skin. It really is a fabulous product. The first ingredient that they include is one that we've talked about on the channel before. It's niacinamide. Now, niacinamide is an anti-inflammatory vitamin B derivative that helps reduce inflammation and redness in the skin. It also helps skin absorb other skincare products or topicals better. It has the ability to instantly lighten age spots and dark patches and help to reduce the look of those over time. The next ingredient is a lipopeptide formulation called Ideal Lift. They include a 4% formulation, which is a good dose of this particular type of peptides. Now, I am very pro peptides. And if some of you are not familiar with what peptides are amino acids that your skin uses to function properly, be healthy, and reproduce healthy cells. Some of those amino acids are naturally occurring. Some of them can be applied topically, but these particular peptides help improve elastin production, lifting and tightening the skin, thereby removing the visible effects of gravity. Now, the next peptide ingredient that they included is oligogene, which is from red seaweed. It is actually the extract of Condus crispus, which is a very tough form of red seaweed, which creates a thin covering on your skin to help trap moisture and keep it in, protecting it from external pollution and stresses, and at the same time reducing transepidermal water loss. So it's going to keep that moisture trapped in the skin, which is going to help keep the skin plump and youthful looking. And the other great thing about this particular ingredient is that that effect lasts 6 to 8 hours. So it's not going to be something you just spray on and the effects are going to last for like an hour and disappear. The next ingredient is another very unusual ingredient that we don't hear a lot about, but it's very effective on improving sun damaged skin. And it's from the Cagilia tree. It's an African tree. It contains a high concentration of flavonoids and steroidic saponicides. Say that 3 times fast. And this ingredient has superior long-lasting firming properties. It provides a toning effect while improving the firmness and elasticity of the skin. So when you combine those types of ingredients in a formula like this, in a spray, you get some amazing results. It's very easy to use, applied morning and night to clean skin before you do anything else in your skincare routine. So you just spray it on, pat that in, give it just a few minutes to start being absorbed, and you will definitely feel that tightening effect. This is almost the same kind of feeling that you get when you use those under eye bag tighteners. The big difference here is that instead of using a silicate type of clay product to tighten and lift the skin, this is going to last all day long. And because this gets absorbed topically into the upper layers of skin where it actually does the work, you can still use your neck creams, your other products that you want to apply without lessening the effect. Now, this product can be fairly expensive. Bought at retail, it can be $70, but don't freak out. I found it on Amazon for 50 bucks. And if you go to Beauty Pie's website itself, which I'll include all of those links down below in the video description box, and you look at their membership subscription program, you can get this product for like 22 bucks. And the other thing I love about products like this, even though they can be a little costly, they last a long time. This is 3.2 ounces of product, easily going to last a couple of months, even if you're using it morning and night. So if you're struggling with issues of sun damage, discoloration, and that dry, crepey skin on your skin and neck, this could be a really great product. You can even use this on other sun damaged areas like your arms. It doesn't just have to be the neck and the chest. Personally, I'm going to keep using this product on my neck and chest because the ingredient mix is just fabulous. And as always, when you're using a new product, be sure you patch test it. If you try it and it works for you, please come back and let us know here in the comments how it worked for you. If you've been looking for a more sculpted look for your jawline or a firmer, tighter look for your neck and under your chin, facial yoga just might be the answer for you. So yeah, I'm the guy on YouTube teaching you some anti-aging facial yoga in today's video. All right, so I've already done a couple of full face yoga videos on this channel, things that I've learned and been doing since my early 20s that I actually learned from my grandmother. Quite the story there. So if you missed this one, I will be linking to it at the end of this video. Highly recommend you check that one out. But today's anti-aging facial yoga exercises are to target 3 areas: the area of the jaw, under the chin, and the skin of the neck. Now, the great thing about facial yoga exercises is that you don't need anything special. No special music, no special outfit, or special environment. Really? Just a little bit of practice and you'll be well on your way to firmer future skin. Now, when doing yoga facial exercises, it's always a good idea to apply a layer of moisturizer to your skin. We want the skin to stay very hydrated because we're actually working the muscles underneath the skin and want to avoid as much stretching of the actual skin as possible, so we're able to get the most benefit out of these exercises. First, we're going to do the technique to tighten up the area of the upper jaw to the chin, jowls, as they're more lovely called, to give you some idea of how much impact the tone of the muscles along the jawline and chin have on the underneath of your chin, on the neck and the upper chest. I'm going to do a simple test with you guys. Take your fingers and place them just on the jawbone, and then just lift up about ½ an inch. You can feel how much of the skin of the neck and upper chest is lifted and tightened. So it doesn't take very much toning to get an overall improvement in that area. So the first technique that we're going to do is to lift the chin toward the ceiling just enough to feel these muscles tighten, but not stretch the skin of the neck. Then we're going to hold that while we purse our lips out for a count of 6. And then we're going to relax and we're going to repeat it. Now, I will be doing this exercise with you. You can do it right now, or you can pause the video if you need to get in a different space, but here we go. Just till we feel this muscles tighten right here. And then we purse the lips. For a count of 6. And then we lower our chin and relax. We want to relax for about a count of 10. We don't want to do these in repetition, one right after the other. We want to give those muscles a chance to fully relax so that when we do this again, we get more effect and benefit from the actual exercise. So it's one more time. And relax. Now, when first starting out with any type of yoga exercise, facial yoga included, it's a good idea to start off kind of light and easy. So you want to do maybe 3 of these, maybe 5. No more than 5 the first week, and you want to do them every single day. Working your way up to 10 times in a session per day, at least for the first month. Then you can cut back the second month to 3 times a week. Next, we're going to work to tighten and firm the area under the chin and the skin of the neck. Now, this has been my go-to yoga technique that I've used for, well, let's see, I'm 58 now, started when I was 23, 35 years I've been doing this particular technique, and I would say that it has benefited me very, very well
Thank you, Graham. Now, it is a deceptively easy yoga pose to do once you get the hang of it, but it is super, super effective. It helps to tighten the skin just under the chin and also to lift and smooth the skin of the neck, including platysmal lines and those lines that we all get around the neck as we get older. Again, very important to work the muscles underneath the skin and not stretch the skin itself. The muscles from our neck up to our chin, up to our face, up to our brow have what are known as twitch fibers. That's what helps humans show so much emotion on our faces, twitch fibers, which means that those muscles are designed to be worked and then to relax very quickly. Just try to hold a smile in a mirror more than about 30 seconds. You can't do it. The muscles get very tired. That's why we don't want to do these one right after the other, after the other, after the other. We want to let the muscles relax. We want to contract and relax in order to build up and tone those muscles. So as I said, very easy technique to do once you get the hang of it, but it may take a little practice to get it just right. You want to relax and look forward. Then you want to, again, lift your face up while you constrict the swallow muscle. So it's almost like swallowing a glass of water as you look up towards the ceiling. And again, we want to stop when we start to feel the skin begin to stretch. That's too far. So I'm going to demonstrate it now. We're going to hold this one a little bit longer for a count of 10. Then we're going to relax and repeat it. All right, so let's do this one. And relax. Now, what you should feel when you do this pose correctly is a tightening of all the muscles up, under, around the esophagus and underneath the jaw. That's actually going to be giving you the most toning benefit from this particular pose, but we're not done yet. Now we have to do it looking off to the left and then the right. So I'm going to demonstrate this for you next, both sides. And relax. Again, a count of 10 in between is really good practice. Gives your body a chance to relax, all those muscles to relax. And now we'll do the right side. And relax. So very simple, takes a little practice. You want to do that set of exercises 3 to 5 times in the beginning every single day, working your way up to 10 times if you can, and then you can back down the amount of days to about 3 times a week after the first month. And I will tell you, most people begin to see the benefits of these yoga poses in a week. Just the first week, they begin to notice that the skin is becoming tighter and firmer under the chin, the neck, and along the jawline. Now, with anti-aging facial yoga exercises, consistency is the key. Just like in anything we talk about that has to do with skincare, whether it's a product or anything else, going to take some time. However, I can tell you, bodies respond very quickly to physical fitness. So you can see a lot more benefit out of these exercises as compared to some sort of skincare product. And when you combine this with a really well thought out anti-aging skincare routine, like we talk about here on the channel, you can get some really superb benefits. This stuff has benefited me for the last 35 years, and I'm always so excited and happy to share things with you guys that actually work. There's proof, you can see it on the camera. It's amazing stuff.
Now, I hope you guys found this compilation video on how to get a younger looking neck helpful. If you did, please like it, share it out. Let me know in the comments below any questions you have. And for additional ways to get your best looking skin ever, be sure to check out this video that I'm linking to for you next. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel. You're wonderful. Have a wonderful weekend. I appreciate you. Stay beautiful. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you over on that next video.